when he said that the women try to get the men above them to turn into the men below them, no disrespect, a lot of women will do that. They will get with the guy who is above them and try to put them beneath them because it makes them feel better. So I don't have anything else to argue or to say that I don't agree with you about, but we just can't say, like, I gave you a perfect example of cyber slurping. I don't think the one you gave would fit.
The depiction was wildly primitive. His explanation wasn't completely accurate, but it definitely had, I agree with the sentiment. Whereas the top 1% of men, or even if you say, I'd say at least the top 5 to 10% of men have pretty much free reign on women. They have access to women because women will approach them. And when they decide to ever approach women, if they choose, they're going to get the results that they like. Right. Those rules, those, third date, those 60 days, all those stupid ass rules that women have, they don't apply to those men in most cases. Right. They don't care. These men at the very bottom, they actually despise a lot of the men at the top. Most people hate the average man, right, which most people fall at the bottom, is they hate simps and they hate the men at the top for the most part. I talk to a lot of these men. They're not very happy with those men. They don't have time to cyber slurp because pretty much they are taking all the women, right? So they don't cyber slurp those men, in my opinion. I've never heard it. I've heard them have great disdain for those particular men. They don't generally have access to women. And they don't have the answers either. Where do these men at the bottom find women? When do they have an opportunity to find women? When they go into dating apps. I don't know if you know the return rate, because women seem to have a different perspective of how it goes. You maybe think it goes like how yours goes when you put in your likes and then you have responses back. You can literally put 100 likes in or swipe right 100 times. There's a dude who did 2 million swipes and got one date out of it. I think he's out of Europe.
And no ass.
Yeah, no bun. So
No
what I'm saying is that,
chicks.
and not every case is that extreme, but I'm going to tell you the numbers because I did some deep studying on this dating apps with an expert, and they don't work. They're not even intended to work, not for men anyway. Men, if you swipe 100 times, you would be lucky to get one date if you're the average guy. If you go to the bar, I watch men crash and burn on a regular basis. If you go to the club, people are holding up the wall. If you go to the library or anywhere that's not a social place, then women act like you're weird for cold approaching them. Men in general don't have access to women, and you don't understand all these men that you ignore on a regular basis. This is men's reality. It is. Statistically, a third of men got no buns in a year. Period.
What?
None. So what I'm saying is that these guys at the bottom, they not getting theirs. And the dudes who are a couple ticks out of that might have got 1 or 2 in the past year. That's insane. That's insane. This is what your average guy's reality is. If a woman wants to go out and get boned today,
She would.
she has like a 99% chance of accomplishing it. If a man tries to do that, he could approach 100 women and nobody's going to say yes. Right?
They're going to press charges.
Yeah.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that, and all these guys aren't really just out here trying to bone. These guys would be great fathers. These guys would be loving husbands. These guys would appreciate women because they typically don't have access to women, but they're ignored. So it's like, pick your poison. Do you want one of these guys who might not be the illest? He might not have a swag. He might be a little socially awkward. He might not make all that crazy bread, but all of the things that women get on these podcasts and say they want, he checks those boxes.
And these women know. These women reject average men on the daily basis. I can guarantee you, some of you don't think she's a good-looking woman, or this one. But if you check their inboxes, I can guarantee you they will have at least 100 men trying to chase them down. And they will say no until they see the Lamborghini pull up and then like, oh, okay, let's talk. And then they go to the Lamborghini guy. The Lamborghini guy has 3 of them. And then they're going to complain, oh, men ain't shit. Oh, men are dogs. Men don't want to settle down. But you rejected a teacher who would have been a loyal guy. They do understand, but they don't care. The reason they don't care is because they don't care about those guys, because that's not the type of man they want. So they know. They may act like they don't know, but they know what's going up, what's out here, because they reject those same average men they claim are not good enough.
So I don't think his depiction was that inaccurate. And I understand some of those frustrations just based on how, from what I got from Homeboy in a little bit, he probably falls under that category. And this is his gripe because that's his reality. And a lot of women love to dismiss these types of testimonies, but they're real.
Because he's talking about.
We have to.
Did you say we're going to
this is real?
Are you going to say we're going to overlook his money?
Ray said, "I'm not overlooking a motherfucking dollar."
Right. So what's your stance on that?
Because you kind of slid that in, Trev. Is that what you're saying? Because all the other stuff I could agree with, but you said he might not make that much money, and we're still gonna.
You know why,
bro?
No. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like so here's the funny shit. A lot of women say, "Look, I can take care of myself. I don't need no man to take care of me." If you don't need no man to take care of you, why does it matter what he makes? As long as he is self-sufficient, why the hell does it matter?
Because they want him to pay their bills.
You don't need a man and you have your independence.
Yeah.
You know why it matters? Because he wants some cat. And if he wants some cat, he can go pay somebody.
Are we talking about prostitutes or like dating regular women?
He the one said the men don't have access to women. They only want access to women. It's one main reason they want access to women. Let's keep it a bean.
We could say that women only want access to men.
I said one main reason, not the only, but it's a main reason.
And we would say that the main reason that those women who think that want men is for their money.
Yeah.
So
what if the women don't even want men? What if the women are literally minding their business? He just said the men want access to the women, and that women can have access to men at any given time. So that's not the dynamic. Let's not confuse what's going on.
It sounds like
but if you're gonna claim men only want women for the punani, that means women only want men for the money. I didn't mean to rhyme, but you know what I'm saying.
We're arguing this from like a prostitution standpoint, which I think should be legal.
He said the men want access to women because they can't get sex, but women can't. He just said that.
Well, what he's saying is he's saying that sex is a woman's primary agency. It's not that for a man. So the fact that you can go get 1,000 niggas, but you suck their dick today. A dude can't go get 1,000 women and let them eat their ass. It just don't work.
Why is this relevant?
Whoa.
So because
you're bringing it up,
you're making it seem like he's saying that men's primary thing for women is sex. The only men whose primary need for women is sex are the niggas at the top that's fucking all of y'all.
Yeah, they just want to pump and dump.
Everybody else,
they
want companionship. They want friends. They want to go do shit. But the niggas at the top that y'all trying to fuck with,
fucking move on.
They the ones just fucking y'all. These bottom barrel niggas ain't running through bitches.
Facts.
Because they get none.
But y'all are disregarding the money part. It's not so much. The thing with Trav said, he tried to slide that in there like, oh, they're so nice. They might not have that much money, but they're so nice. If y'all stop dismissing that part, they probably can get more women, because women like men that are responsible, we feel like are accomplishing things. Not that sitting around playing a victim, playing broke games.
The average woman's baby father doesn't show that they like niggas who are responsible.
Facts.
The average woman.
That's facts. They make babies for gangsters in prison. So clearly they don't care about how good a man is. They only care about that he has a protector persona, because gangsters and drug dealers have the guns and have that protective persona and the money. They don't care if you're a man with a bachelor's degrees, you respect people, you've never committed a crime, never had a speeding ticket. They don't care about all that shit. You can be a good man all you want, but if you don't have the money and you don't have the gangster persona, hood dude kind of guy, they don't care. They'll take a guy with his pants sagging over a good man. Now, when she has 5 kids by 8 different baby daddies and she's 45, yeah, she may come back to you, and it's up to you if you want to be a stepfather and take care of kids of a man in prison. That's up to you. But in general, look at her eyes. She looks crazy. There are plenty of good men. Can any of you guys tell me this woman has never been approached by a good man? If she really cares about a man being a good man, she's not ugly. So clearly she has been approached by good men, unless she's going to tell us only bad men approach her, right?
women or in general?
which would mean an average woman.
But wait,
So
There's
you
too
saying
many-
out of all the women with kids, most of them, their kids' dad's not about nothing?
Probably
Wait.
not the way y'all tell it.
hold
There's too
on.
many, and there's too many single women for y'all to act like. I mean, too many single mothers to act like y'all's intuition is cold too. Like if all of that shit plays into it, like, y'all act like, oh well,
work.
you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, y'all act like, you know what I'm saying? We about to, oh well, this nigga wants this girl, or you know what I'm saying? Men only want women for this. That's cool, but y'all.
Trav said it. Trav said.
I mean, for some reason, they like to praise women's intuition, but when they have a bunch of baby daddies, then the female intuition, the woman's special sign and intuition doesn't work anymore. Anyway, man, shout out to Lapeef.